you can install a brand new kitchen faucet. It's easy. We're going to show you how. Coming up next on the At Home channel at Buildipedia.com. Installing or replacing a faucet is a job that any homeowner can do. You just need a few basic tools, some good advice, and you're on your way. Hi there, I'm Jeff Wilson, and today we'll show you some different options in kitchen faucets. We'll talk about the right tools for the job, and then we'll get down to the business of installing our faucet here. Now, our homeowner had his new granite countertops pre-drilled with 3 holes for the faucet that we're going to install today. Now, if you're replacing a faucet, you want to make sure that your new faucet will work with the number of holes in your sink, or you'll have to plug extra holes or drill new ones. Okay, next you're going to want to make sure that you have the right tools for the job. In this case, we need a Phillips screwdriver, a couple of wrenches, some pipe tape, and then a basin wrench. Now, you only need the basin wrench if you've got a hard to reach faucet, say it's behind a sink and it's difficult to get to. This will really help cut down on the frustration factor. Now, you'll also need some supply lines, one for the hot water and one for the cold water. I like to use these stainless steel braided type. They're durable and they're flexible, so they'll work in a lot of different situations. Just make sure that they're long enough to go from the valves up to the faucet. Working with me today on the project is our homeowner, Joe. Now, Joe, I know this has been a long process for you guys, and you're probably ready to get some water running in your kitchen.
Oh, definitely. It seems very simple, but I look at it and the plumbing's very overwhelming, so I'm hoping you might be able to show me some tips how to get this installed.
We can do that, no problem. Great. Let's do it. Our installation is a 3-hole faucet with a lever, spout, and sprayer in a granite countertop with an undermount sink. After we look over the manufacturer's directions, we get down to the nitty-gritty. It's important, all of the threaded water connections, it's important that we use some Teflon tape like this. That helps stop any leaks. And since we're going to be working in kind of a tight space behind your sink, let's do some of that work up front here. Basically, with Teflon tape, you just want to take some of this white tape. It's pretty simple. You always want to work counterclockwise around the threads, the male threads, and you'll just wrap, say, 4 or 5 rounds. And then all you have to do is just tear it off, like that. So you want to prep these others, and I'll get the valves into the sink.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Okay, Joe, first you always want to make sure that the supply valves are shut off. In your case, it's a new remodel, so our valves are in, they're brand new, they're off. If you're replacing a faucet, you want to shut the valves off under the sink and then open the old faucet to relieve the pressure in the system. Then you can remove the old faucet. Also, if you've got the drain plumbing and, say, a garbage disposal and it's really tight, you might want to take that out first so you have plenty of room to work. Now, Joe, I've looked in, we've got plenty of room to work in here, so we're going to leave the garbage disposal in, all right? Okay, Joe, this is the lever part of the fixture. This is really where all the action happens. The hot and cold water come in, they get mixed, and they go out to the spout and to the sprayer. Once we have this installed, we'll go underneath and actually hook the lever to the spout using this short little piece of tubing, and we'll hook the sprayer on right here. Then when we're done doing that, we'll hook the cold and hot water supply lines on. What I was going to have you do was drop each piece of the fixture down through the holes. I'll go underneath and I'll use our mounting nut and our washers to kind of snug them up, okay?
Okay, great.
All right, here we go. Is it all the way in?
Yeah.
Okay, good. With the fixtures fed down through the holes, I put on the washers and then the lock nuts and tighten them just finger tight. You want to make sure that the alignment's right before you tighten them all the way. How do things look up there, Joe?
Looks great, Jeff.
Now I'll tighten them up, but I don't want to over tighten them because we don't want to damage the fixture. With the fixture in place, it's time to make our connections. Joe feeds me the hose from the sprayer, and I connect it first because it's closest to the fixture. Next, I connect the lever to the spout using the snap-in-place short tubing supplied with the fixture. Then, I connect the supply hoses to the fixture. Finally, I connect the other end of the supply hoses to the cold and hot water valves. Now make sure that you connect the cold to the cold and the hot to the hot. Then slowly turn on the valves and check for any leaks. Okay, Joe, everything's installed, the valves are on, and it's time to test the fixture. I'm going to put a bucket in the sink because you don't have drain lines hooked up yet, so we'll catch the water in the bucket. One thing you want to do when you test the fixture is to take off the aerator, because any small particles that are in the fixture would get caught in the aerator. So you want to take the aerator off, go ahead and turn it on, and let's let some water run into the bucket. All right, we're going to let that run for a minute or so to flush out anything that might be in there. But it looks like you got water at your kitchen sink.
Great.
See, installing a new kitchen faucet is easy with the right tools and a little bit of advice. I'm Jeff Wilson. Thanks for joining me, and come back often for more do-it-yourself videos on the at-home channel at Buildipedia.com.